Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our favorite show. Well, my favorite retro show, Love After Lockup. It is finally a new season. Yes. Season 3, episode 1. Remember last season was like season 2, episode 555. This season, we are on to a new season, new people, same ratchetness. Let's jump into it, y'all. So this episode had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 couples on there. I'm just gonna go in order of how they showed them, and then like later on we're gonna do it how the least to the biggest explosive couple or whatever like that. But this episode we're gonna just go in order of how they showed it. So they showed Scott and Lindsay first, okay? Scott is 51. Lindsay is 27. So last season, was it? Not last season. Season 1, it was a Scott and Lindsay. And he was much older than her. And she was younger. She was in jail for... What was she in jail for? Drugs and stuff. But she was using drugs. This Lindsay is selling drugs, okay? She's selling methamphetamines. Child, they said, because Scott had this interior designer over because he wanted to spruce up the house. And I was looking at the house. I was like, okay, it's a nice layout, but it was really bare. So he really could have used the interior designer, like, regardless. But he got the interior designer in there. And he, strolling her around the house, and then he letting her know that, cause he was like, Lindsay sent me pictures of what she wants to have each room to be or whatever. So she sent like magazine covers or pages and stuff like that and sent it to him. So he got those tacked up in different rooms of how she want the room to look like. She was like, oh, okay, yes, all right. And it's this black lady. So this lady, she was cracking me up. So, he telling her how, like, how she sent the stuff or whatever like that. And then he telling us about her. But at first he was telling us how he didn't want, like, a train wreck in his life because he didn't want to get that back into his life or whatever like that. And I'm like, but you dating somebody from prison who was selling drugs, and when she got caught, she did a high-speed chase. It was driving 114 miles per hour, a high-speed chase with the drugs in the back. And then the cops finally... That is drama, sir. That is drama. Like, no, you... And she's 27. And then why this Scott? So Lindsay's a cute girl. She's a cute girl or whatever like that. But this Scott... Why his teeth messed up? The other Scott teeth was messed up. Is this a Scott thing? Like, I'm like, what in the world? And he's sending her all this money again, just like the other Scott was sending the other Lindsay money, child. He didn't send her up to what, 15 to 20,000. That's what Lindsay said. And she said that he was he met her daughter, so she got a young child. He was taking care of the daughter, and he was taking care of her mama or whatever like that. And he about to give the freaking interior... The hell? He about to get an interior designer $50,000 freaking dollars to design the house. I said, all that money you got, sir. Because he said, what did he say he do? Oh, I don't remember what he said he did. But he got a nice job or whatever like that. Because she was like, well, what's the budget? He was like, anywhere from $1 to $1 million. So he making money. And he used to live in upstate New York. You got to make some money if you live up in upstate New York. And he didn't move down to Mississippi because he want to be closer to Lindsay or whatever like that. Child. But I'm like, you making all this money and you couldn't get your teeth fixed. What? That don't even make no sense to me. His lip was big. Like, it looked like it got stung by bumblebees. And I'm not trying to make fun of this man or nothing like that. But I'm just trying to figure out why he didn't get his teeth fixed. But he's sending money to Lindsay. Like, that should be the first thing. Like, because it looked like it was decayed. It wasn't like chipped teeth or like, like a gold tooth. Like, no, it wasn't nothing. Like, it looked like it was decayed. Like, it looked black. Just like the other Scott teeth look. It looked black. So I'm like, your teeth is that decayed and you spending money Oh, what? That don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense, child. But anyway, the lady, the interior designer, she was like, well, where is Lindsay? Because he was talking to her, and he was like, oh, well, she, because he ain't want to say. He was like, she in jail. She'll be getting out in a couple days. Was it a couple days or a couple weeks? She'll be getting out soon. She was like, oh, okay. Like the way her face was when he said she was in jail, I was cracking up. And then she was like, well, how old is she? He was like, she's 27. She was like, oh, okay. Well, and how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? He was like 51. She was like, okay, well, you're going to need Viagra on both sides of the bed. I said, well, damn. She told that man he got a limp dick. I said, damn. And then when she went outside, she was like, I don't think that, what she said, she was like, I think maybe she could be like a sugar daddy or, yeah, a sugar daddy or whatever like that. But I don't know. Like, she was like, I don't know. And so then they turned, because they were showing Lindsay inside jail doing like an interview and stuff like that. And then she said she was in love with Scott and she wanted like the diamond ring, the big family, all this stuff or whatever like that. So I was like, And then they showed another clip of her like later on in the episode talking about how the people in prison are on quarantine and all this other stuff and how they only go out as units, only eat as a unit. The guards are all wearing masks and stuff like that. And she was saying like she know everybody is being affected by it, the quarantine and stuff like that. But she said prison is really hitting hard or something. And I was thinking like, I don't know how. Okay. So next week's on Jessica and Maurice. So Jessica was 20, and I think all the guys was younger than was the ladies younger? I'll see in a minute. But Jessica and Maurice. So Maurice is 26, Jessica is 33 or whatever. And she grew up in Las Vegas. She's some white girl, so she had like this like suburban lifestyle growing up and everything like that. Maurice is this black guy that she met on Plenty of Fish. She saw his pictures on Plenty of Fish and she was like, oh, he's cute and stuff. And so she started looking more into the pictures and she realized there was some jail pictures there or whatever. And I'm like, they on Plenty of Fish in jail? What in the world? So but anyway, she said she fell in love with him and all this other stuff. Child, they've been together for 7 years. No, he's been in prison for 7 years for first-degree burglary. And, but they've been dating for 4.5 years or whatever. She said they got married in jail, child. So they married in jail. And they've been married for like 4 years or whatever. Her dad is not really for it and everything like that. But he basically said he gonna let her go until she needs some help or some shit like that. The sister, she didn't stop talking to her altogether. Okay, she said that she like a poor role model for her niece, so she didn't cut her off big time. So she hasn't talked to her sister in like 4 to 5 years or whatever. The mama is kind of nervous, but she seemed like she on her daughter's side. But they both, like the mama and dad, is both like concerned because she don't really know him. She don't know how he is on the outside. He been in and out of jail since he was young, so he has that mentality that you know, like he been in jail since he was young and in the gang and stuff like that. So she don't really know him on the outside world. So they kind of worried about that or whatever like that. So when she said she found $2 rings off online and they got married in jail, I said, he getting out a prison like the next day or whatever when this was shot. So she excited, she nervous and stuff like that. At one point, she had drove down the same street as her sister, and she said her sister lived like minutes away, and they have not seen each other or ran into each other or nothing like that. It's a goddamn fly in here. She has not seen her sister in a long time or whatever. So she was on the same street as her sister, where her sister lives and stuff. And her sister was getting the mail or something. What in the world? What? 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. My baby nephew came in here. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, she saw her sister getting the mail or whatever like that. She was like, oh my God, I think that's her. And then she was like, I'm not sure. Oh no, yeah, that's her. Oh my God, oh my God. She put the glasses on. She was like, oh my God, can we leave? Can we leave? Or whatever. She was like visibly nervous and scared and shaking and stuff like that. I said, what in the world? Like, what was her sister gonna do if she saw you on the street or whatever like that? Like, what, you gonna call the cops on you? Like, what you doing? You driving down the damn street and stuff. So she was nervous. So we're gonna see some drama with that. I'm pretty sure that she gonna end up seeing her sisters another time during this filming and stuff. Because she said, like, they live so close. She's surprised that they have not run into each other in the last 5 years or whatever. And she was like, is she timing or like snooping and seeing when I'm going to leave out so she don't run into me or something? So I don't know. It's going to be some drama with that, because with the clips, and I don't know, you know how sometimes they make it look like they about to do something. So I don't know, but we're going to see with them. Next, we see Sean and Destiny. So Sean is 46. Destiny is 28. So like I was saying, it's a lot of older men with these younger girls on here. And I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. But this one was crazy because Sean, Destiny, the one in jail. Sean ain't seen this girl at all. He just seen pictures of her. And he ain't do no visitations or nothing like that. Like Scott and Lindsay, did he see her in jail? I think he's went to visit her in jail. Jessica and Maurice, obviously they went to jail, or not went to jail. They seen each other in jail because they got married. But Sean has not seen Destiny face to face. He's only seen pictures of her and her talk on the phone. And he said she told him that she don't want him to see her because she put on a few pounds. Girl, if you don't stop playing with me. So he was at work or whatever. And they was like, how you know you're not getting catfished and stuff like that? He was like, no, I don't think I'm getting catfished. Like, why would I get catfished and stuff like that? Why would people do that? Sir, because people is evil and they like to do shit like that. And if she want to get money from you, that's what she gonna do. Like, I'll say, this don't make no sense. And he's been in relationships. He said he's been in and out of relationship with his ex-girlfriend for 22 years. And he has 6 kids by her. 6 children by this lady. So, not Destiny, his ex-wife. So, he's been with the ex-wife. What's their wife? Or ex-girlfriend, whatever, for 22 years off and on. And they got, I'm like, but you going to... And he said he has never found a connection like he has with Destiny. I'm like, you ain't even meet this woman. How you want... Whatever. Whatever. And the friend, one of the friends, the workers at the garage, he was like, well, let me see pictures of her and stuff like that. And they was like, oh yeah, she hot. If I was dating somebody in jail, I would want to date her or some shit like that. And he sent her money in the thousands. He said he ended up sending her $35,000. I'm like, and you ain't never even seen this girl face to face. What in the hell? And so she ended up calling him. Right. So she calls him on the phone. You know, they say it's a collect call from blah, blah, blah. So she ends up calling him. And she like, look, I'm about to get out soon. Because she was supposed to get out in a month. She called him up and was like, I'm about to get out soon in the next week or so, but you gotta go to this bail bondsman and stuff like that. He was like, oh, okay, well, is it gonna cost money and stuff? Here this hoe go. Think of it as a down payment on our relationship. The fuck? I wouldn't need to put no goddamn down payment on. Girl, stop. So he, they said something, and then somehow the producers was like, well, do you have things that you want to tell Destiny or whatever? And he was like, yeah, I have a couple things that I have kept from her, but I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want to scare her away. I was like, what's up with that? What y'all think it is? I don't know. Because he said he got money, so it can't be that he broke unless he fronting like he got money. Because remember how last year Scott he had all this money and he kept giving her money, giving Lindsay money, but he was broke. Like he was pulling money from here, putting extra mortgages on his house. And remember, he kept doing all that. So he was actually broke, but he was still acting like he had money. So maybe Sean is broke and pretending like he got money, because when he went down to see the bail bondsman, he was driving. He said he closed out his 401k or took money from his 401k and was moving money around and stuff like that. So I don't know if it comes up he might be broke and he don't really have what he said he had to her or whatever, because he didn't really say what he told her or nothing like that. So I don't know, y'all, but I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. And he goes down there to the bail bondsman, child. The bail bondsman was like, okay, well, who is this girl? Did you know her before you went in there? He was like, no, I never met her or nothing like that. I've been talking to her for about 9 months or whatever. Was it 9 months? Because he was 9 months. Yeah, he been talking to her for 9 months. And he was like, so you ain't never meet her? Like, what? He was like, no, I never met her and stuff like that. He was like, oh, okay. So he went and he was like, well, let me look her up real quick. Child, rap sheet as long as my motherfucking arm, okay? Jail 2011, 2012, 2014, like all ran it down. She skipped this. She escaped. She did all this stuff. The reason, because I was like, well, she getting released. Why she need a bail? And then the bail bondsman explained it. He said the reason why she needs a bail is because when she got released before, she had an ankle monitor on. She cut the damn ankle monitor and escaped. So that's why she need to be bonded out. And it's going to be $50,000. Her bail thing is well, the insurance, the bail's insurance is $50,000. So the down payment will be not $50,000, $5,000, because you know you pay 10%. So, but if she skips out on the court date, he gonna owe $50,000. So the man was like, is you sure you want to do this? He was like, yeah, I trust her and stuff like that, and I think I know her well enough that she won't skip out. And I'm like, but you had just said 2 seconds ago and that you ain't know her because you ain't know her rap sheet was that long. But you know her enough that you think she not going to skip out on I said, Lord, this man don't think shit stink. He going to get a rude awakening, okay? A rude awakening. Because that, it wouldn't be me. I'd be like, look here, you ain't got no family or nothing like that. You want me to make you a GoFundMe or something? It wouldn't be my ass. And then the next couple we saw was John and Christiana. John is 46. Christiana is 35. He's a Native American. So we meet him, or half Native American. We meet him, child. He was plucking an eagle feather and then he put it in the freezer. I was like, what in the world? He gonna eat it? Because then he started getting the crock pot ready. I was like, what? But they didn't, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe it was some ritual or something. I don't know, child. But Christiana calls, child. She called fussing about walking around in the cage and how she got to walk around the cage and all this other stuff or whatever. And she been in jail for parole and parole violation and stealing. And they met on a dating app. They've been dating for 3 months. 3 months, right? She about to be released in 2 days. Child, they talking on the phone. Why does bitch say, I can't wait to suck your dick? We ain't it. No, I don't want to look at John like that. I don't. I didn't need to know that about John, nor you, Christiana. I didn't. Nope. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And her picture, she look real cute. We gonna see what she look like in real life, because you know how they be lying with them pictures, child. So he was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So he hung up with her on the phone. He said he had some things to do, child. Child, he been married 4 times, engaged 2 times. This man got 8 kids. They asked him how many kids he got. He was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Wait a minute. I said, God damn, you can't say how many kids you got. He was like, oh, I got it. 8 kids. What? You couldn't just say I got 8 kids and then you said 2 of them still live with him. I said, this don't make no goddamn sense. But anyway, he hung up the phone with her. He go outside, his brother out there or whatever. His brother come up and he's like, look, I got this plan. I want to marry Christiana as soon as she gets out of jail. So I want to propose to her as soon as she got out of jail. And then I want to take her to the spot. I want to get married in the back of a truck. So he want to set up a wedding chapel in the back of the pickup truck. And then he going to put a bed in the back seat of the pickup truck. And then it's going to be the honeymoon suite. So it's going to be the chapel and then the honeymoon suite all in one. The brother like, what? The family members' faces had me cracking up. Huh? What? What if she say no? Huh? What? No, what? So I'm like, he ain't think this all the way through. So the brother like, look, I don't know nothing about that relationship, but they only been dating for about 3 months, and he don't even know her on the outside. I don't know if he making the right decision or not, but I'm gonna help him make this goddamn chapel. So he building the steps and all this other stuff, and I said, well, he's creative, because he was putting the little light thing. I said, Lord, this don't make no sense. But he said he only gonna have 30 minutes to do the wedding and the honeymoon suite, I think, because she gotta go to the halfway house, and the halfway house 3 hours from the jail. I said they ain't had one closer. Like, that's crazy. So and then we found out she got a history of using substances. So, oh my God, child, this is gonna be a mess. Later on in the episode, he tells his daughter Sapphire, she 18 years old, that he was dating somebody, because she was doing something. He was making like some tea or something like that. Some shit, I can't even get it out. Some kind of ritual tea or something. And then he was like telling her to do something or whatever. It was getting set up for a ritual. So she was like, well, you doing a ritual or some kind of, what'd she say? She said something. And he was like, well, yeah, but about that. So that's what he told her, like he was dating somebody, that he wanted to do a wedding ritual and all this other stuff. And she was like, wait, what? Dating somebody? Who? You? What? When that happened? So he was like, I met her online and stuff. And he told her, like, look, this is, you know, what's going on with the lady or whatever. She was like, I'm looking her up. Child, another long ass rap sheet. She was like, well, she did this, she did that, she did this. Like, you see this? Like, do you see this or whatever? And he was like, yeah, but you know, she can change. And he was like, I changed or whatever. Because she was like, well, what if she do something and then you get in trouble and you go back to jail? So then he told us how he went to jail. Child, I don't even understand it. He went to jail for 10 years, I think, for scamming. He said he was printing his own checks. And he would change the numbers on the end of the check to make it seem like it was a mistake or something like that. And then he would cash it. I said, what? Like, I don't even understand the semantics of it at all. But that's why he went to jail for 10 years. And he said he's changed and he's learned his lessons and stuff like that. So he hopes that she will do the same thing. So his worry is that she's Christian. And then the daughter's worry also, other than the rap sheet and stuff like that, is that once they do like a Native American ceremony, they were saying like they can't get divorced from that or whatever. The only way they can get divorced is if she does something against the Native American tradition or the wedding or something like that. So I was just like, what in the world? So I guess his other marriages, because he said he was married 4 times, maybe they weren't wed by that. Maybe they were just wed regular and they were able to get divorced, or maybe they did something against the Native American tradition. I don't know, but I was just like, And he said that he has like a solid, deep connection with her because this is why he's doing this. And then the daughter was like, well, aren't you worried or something like that? He was like, my spidey senses aren't telling me that something's wrong. I said, they gonna be interesting. They gonna be interesting, child. And then the last one is Shabelle and Quaylon. I don't know. They say his name 2 different ways on the show, so I'm not sure. Shabelle is 31 and he is 29. And he's the one in jail. So yeah, I told y'all Christiana was in jail. Did I tell y'all? Yeah, okay. So Quaylon is in jail or whatever like that. And I don't remember. Oh, I think they've been dating for like a year or so like that. She met him in prison. So her friend had, her man was in prison or something like that. And I guess her man, the friend's man, was friends with him. And Quaylon told the guy that he needed a buddy or something like that. So the girlfriend went to her and was like, yo, my dude wants a pen pal. So that's how they connected, if that made sense. But that's how they connected or whatever like that. Shabelle has a daughter. She's young. I want to say she about 4 or 5. But maybe about 4 or 5 or like that. The family over there, so it's the cousin, the mama, the brother, they over at Chevelle's house, they all sitting down about to eat. I was like, if that mama don't take that yellow eyeshadow and lipstick off, that was not right for her. I did not like it. But they about to sit down and eat. Of course, they want to talk about Q. We gonna call him Q. They want to talk about Q and how she is bringing him into her home with her daughter and stuff like that. And the mama like, well, you don't really know him. You don't know how he gonna be around your kid. Like, you just don't know, whatever. And she was like, well, I know he's gonna be this. Like, we talk. I know he loves me. I love him. We gonna make it work or whatever. The brother is pretty much like, and he looked kind of like Soulja Boy, but like a little chunkier. Well, he wasn't chunky, but he had more like weight on his face than Soulja Boy. But he looked like Soulja Boy to me. He was like, well, I don't trust him. I know I'm saying he guilty until innocent or whatever like that. I don't trust him. So nobody trusts him. And the mama worried because I guess the daughter, she wanted to be a rapper or whatever. And she gave like $15,000 to this promoter and the promoter played him. So now she worried like Q going to play her or whatever like that. Like, it's going to be the same energy or whatever. And I'm like, but that's something different. Like, whatever. But Q, he was in jail. Like, he been in jail since he was 17 years old. Like, he went to jail for, what did he go to jail for? Was it burglary? I didn't write it down. But he been in jail for, armed robbery. It was armed robbery. So he's been in jail for 10 years for armed robbery. And he been in since he was 17 years old. But he said he got 12 years. But he said he was only in jail for, okay, whatever. So, because he's 29. So, okay, so we going to say 12 years. So, because that's how the math adds up. But 12 years in jail for armed robbery. And he was saying, like, she calms him down. She balances him. She keeps him leveled and stuff like that. I mean, his hair was on point. I said, well, damn, what, they got a nice little salon up in there. Somebody retwisted his locks because they was nice, okay? He was saying, like, he seemed like he was intelligent enough and level-headed. He didn't really seem like he was trying to play her or nothing like that. So maybe he's grown in that 12 years and stuff like that. But like the mama said, some guys, and even the women in jail, I ain't even gonna put it all on the guys, they know how to talk that talk to get what they want while they in jail. And when they get out of jail, sometimes they be switching up. But sometimes they be okay. Like, we seen in the other episodes where two or maybe a couple had worked out or whatever like that. It was rough in the beginning because they was getting acclimated to the area and stuff like that. But it can work out. If they have both are level-headed and stuff like that and are willing to do stuff and put in the work, it can work out. But that's why I'm saying, like, Q seemed like he wasn't with the shit on going back to jail. So it may work out, it may not. But we gotta see about the mama because and then also he wants to stay with his mom in Texas. And I think they were in Kansas City or some shit like that. So that's going to be a problem because that's going to be a problem. And then he was saying, like, you got to stop through and see my mom or whatever. And Chevelle not real thrilled about meeting his mama because he done told her that his mama was not possessive, overbearing and stuff like that. So she worried about that. And then she worried about, well, how I'm going to have sex with him and his mama there. Like, she going to be there the whole time, bitch? What? Like, I don't know. Unless they going to be in the same house in the same hotel. Like, ew, she can't get her own room. Like, what the hell? But at any rate, I don't know. So this going to be interesting. She said she gave him like $5,000. But she not worried that he trying to play her or nothing like that. So we going to see what's going on. Because like I said, he seemed level-headed though. Because he was all like, well, I'm excited to see her and stuff like that. We going to get the hotel room, the candles, the sexy lingerie. And I'm going to be coming out looking like a gladiator. I said, Lord. But I mean, so far, what was that? 5 couples. So I think we got 2 more couples we need to see in the next episode, probably. Because it's supposed to be 7 altogether. So we'll see what's going on with the rest of them. This episode was interesting. Like I said, we're going to see that Scott and Lindsay thing. That's going to be a hot ass mess because from the previews, it looked like she ain't get off the goddamn plane. So we gonna see what the hell is going on with this shit, y'all. What y'all thought about the episode tonight? Did y'all watch it? And who y'all think is getting played? Who gonna stay together? And yeah, y'all just let me know what y'all thought about this episode, child. If y'all like the content of this recap, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscription button if you're watching my channel and not subscribed, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all, I will talk to y'all on Monday for Black Ink Cruise Chicago. Until next time, y'all. I had to come back because I'm lying. I'll see y'all on Sunday because we got P-Valley and we got the Shy. Child, what the hell am I talking about? I will see y'all on Sunday. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend and take care. Peace.